back to Roscoe's World. My name is Josh, and we are back at it today with day 3 of the animated process for my new series, Roscoe's World, that will be premiering on YouTube. So this is day 3, and so far we have about 8 seconds, so we are cruising along. But we kind of ran into a problem yesterday where I had 10 seconds of footage here, and I thought I was creating a lot longer animation. This part right here, I thought this part right here was going to be a lot more than 4 seconds, which left me 6 seconds here of unanimated stuff. And I don't really know what to put there. And so I thought about it last night, and I decided that this part right here.
Josh always had a special bond with his dog Roscoe. Every day
I can delete that part because I think it's already implied that Josh has a special bond with his dog Roscoe. So I don't think you need to have that line in there. It's an unnecessary line. It's already implied that Josh and Roscoe have a special bond. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this line, and that should free up some space here. I'm going to replace this footage here that has him excited to know that I'm coming home. Replace it with some kind of a running animation, maybe. Like him sleeping, he hears the door shut, he wakes up knowing that I'm coming home and runs to the door. And hopefully I can get 3 seconds of animation out of that. Alright, now I need to decide what animation process I want to use. Everything you're seeing right here was done in After Effects, but originally I wanted this all to be done in Animate, but these kind of scenes where there's not a whole lot of animation, it's just simple animation. After Effects works better because it has more of an automated aspect to it. Kind of like when you see him running, it becomes a lot easier because I don't have to change every little aspect of it as he's moving across the air. It just does it automatically. So these little scenes where it's kind of automated, it's easier to do it in After Effects than it is in Animate. So I really want to wrap this up so I can get to the animation part, because after this scene here, we start in on Josh and Roscoe's animation. So I really want to get this done with so I can start the animation process, and I'm hoping that doing it in Animate will speed things up, because right now we are going at a snail's pace. Been working on this 3 days. I have 11 seconds of animation. It's insane how long this is taking, and I haven't even really got started. I think it'd be easier to do this in After Effects. I think speaking parts will be easier to do in Animate because they already have the moving mouth already integrated into that program. So it'll make it a whole lot easier to do the speaking animations in Animate. But simple movements like this, I think After Effects would be the way to go. Okay, so this was all the work that we had done yesterday. Just in that 4-second scene. Like, see all these little key marks, these keyframes? This is all the spots that needed to be done just for that, what was it, 4 second clip of Josh or Roscoe jumping in my arms and giving me a lick on the face. Like, it's so much work has to go into every little bit of this. I don't think I have a background for the hallway. Alright, so this particular design of Roscoe's pretty old. This design right here, I didn't design him. I found this version of Roscoe back when I wanted to just do a simple coloring book and I didn't really have any plans to do anything else. And so after I decided that I was going to do some animation, this was my version of this dog, and it's pretty old, and my skills have gotten better since then. So I know it could take much more time to redesign this and do it again, but I don't know if I want to I want this to be good, so maybe I should do that. Alrighty, So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all these versions of Roscoe and make a better animation for him running. So the idea is if he starts here, you put this picture in, you put this picture in, this picture in, and then you duplicate it over and over and over and over. It looks like he's running. But I did this a long time ago, and I think I can do a better job again. So first thing we're gonna do is get rid of that. All right. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and animate this running scene. I gotta draw it out first, so we're gonna go ahead and speed this up so you don't have to see this, and then we'll continue. Okay. See you in a second. Okay, so we went ahead and finished my new design of Roscoe running, which is right here. So I redesigned this dog to do a running pose. So if you start here and you go here, you add these photos, it'll look like he's running. I need to decide. Now's the time for me to decide whether I do this running sequence in After Effects or whether I do it in Animate. I think right now I'm leaning towards After Effects. Animate is easier when it comes to voicing characters because they have the integration for the the moving of the mouths, and these scenes that we've worked on so far, they haven't had any talking. Everything's been a voiceover, so that's why we haven't used a whole lot of animate, because we don't need it. And so what we're going to do is probably do this in After Effects. And so anything that doesn't have any speaking parts, we're going to go ahead and use After Effects. Anything with speaking parts, we're going to go ahead and use Animate. And hopefully this goes easy, so I can make some headway on this. Oh yeah, we need the background picture for the scene. I'm really hoping that once we get to the actual Animate part, where we're using Adobe Animate, things will become a lot easier and go a lot faster. I think the reason why it's taking so long right now is it's a lot of different programs we're using, and some of these programs like After Effects and Animate I haven't used in, gosh, years probably. It's been a while. It's been a long time. I need to make sure. It's been taking me a while to remember how to do this. I used to not be too bad at it. Alright, so we have the background. Now we're going to update all of these. Now if I do this correctly, it should work, hopefully. I used to be so good at this. I mean, how much time have I wasted resizing and re-exporting these exact same pictures? At least a half hour. And then you'll wonder why I only have 10 seconds worth of footage. I don't know if I'm more mad at myself or more mad at the process. It's ridiculous. It's taking forever. Alright, so what we're going to do is we positioned the first pic of Roscoe from where he was lying down. He's excited, now he's getting up. So the way to do this is we are going to hit this stopwatch to position him right there. Now, because he's the first photo in the series of photos, we're going to have him be, his occupancy be 100%. Now, as you switch between this photo and the next photo and the next photo, you'll delete the occupancy. He'll still be there, you just won't be able to see him. And that way it should flow like he's running this direction. So if we go out with the second pick, right? And we're gonna move him right about there, okay? And we're gonna pop this open. Now, we have two different timelines here. So here we're gonna move him up a bit. Oh, I don't know if it needs to be that way or let's go. I don't want him to be too fast. Let's go here. Worst case scenario, we can always speed this up. All right, so we're going to hit the stopwatch on here, but we're also going to hit the stopwatch on the occupancy. All right, and so we're going to hit that. Now, if we go back, we have to go back and hit the occupancy at 0 here. So hit this little button and 0. That way, he's still there. He's right there. You just can't see him. And then here, we're going to hit the occupancy on this one. So we're going to go back here and we're going to hit the stopwatch for the occupancy on him on this version. And then when we go to here, we're going to hit the occupancy again. All right, so you see, he's excited. Josh is home. We may even need to raise it up a bit. And now that I'm looking at him, I think instead of having him go this way, I'm going to have him, it'll be more believable if he goes across this way. So we're going to go 2 spots. Doop, doop, doop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, now on this one, we're going to hit the stopwatch again. And this time, we're going to drop him down to 0, but we're not just yet because we need to bring in pick 3. And we're going to bring him right about here. All right. All right. So here, we're going to go back. We're going to hit the position and the occupancy. But this time, we're going to be at 0. And then he's going to be at 0 the whole time. All right. And then we're going to hit 1 back and hit this button again. Is that right? Nope, I think I did this wrong. Okay, so technically you don't need to have this keyframe here because he's already at 0 here. Now it looks more fluid. There's no... Because if you have it too far back, I keep forgetting. If you have it too far back, it tends to go from 100 to 0. But if you have it instant, then you get this excited look here. All right, that's looking better. All right, now let's see it. All right, now we probably could speed this up in Premiere Pro to where it looks more believable. All right, now we're starting the process over again. So we put all 5 in there, but now we need a little bit more here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the sequence over, but rather than adding another picture of the 1, we're just gonna go back down to, back down to the 1. All right, let's test it out. So you kind of get the picture. You can kind of see where I'm going with it. It probably needs a little bit more distance in the keyframe, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and export it and see if I can fix that in Premiere Pro and by just speeding up the animation. Maybe I can make it look a little bit more believable. I probably should have built this out in Animate. All right, now. 3, that. Alright, here we go.
In a small town in the desert called Henderson lives a boy and his dog, Josh and Roscoe. Every day when Josh came home from work, Roscoe was always...
So we need to speed it up just a little bit, but not much. You know, I wish it was better, but I know that this is as good as I can do. I'm not the best at this, and I don't have the ability to hire anybody out. It's probably good that I didn't hire that girl to voice Chloe, because yeah, it's not as professional. The animation is better when you can draw it, but I can't draw, and so yeah, that sucks. It's not me being negative by any means. It's just me being realistic in my own skills and knowing that that's as good as I can get. It has nothing to do with me doubting myself or anything like that. It's just me being realistic. I really hope this doesn't come across as something a child did. It'll probably sound better once I get sound effects in there and make it look as professional as I can do, but maybe if I push it instead of 4, do 5. Maybe I slow it down and then I speed it up. I wonder how that would look. Alright, so it's much slower. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and export it and then speed it up in Adobe and see if it looks better. If not, I'll resort everything back to the way it was. But I want to see how it looks.
In a small town in the desert called Henderson lives a boy and his dog, Josh and Roscoe. Every day when Josh came home from work, Roscoe was always there to greet him with a wagging tail and happy bark.
Alright, like I said, it could be better, but unfortunately, that's as good as it gets with my skills. I wish I was better at this, but this is as good as it's gonna get at the moment. I wish it was better, but I don't think I can do any better than that. Okay, so now we'll get Roscoe running across. Alright, let's see how it looks. Okay, why does that look so weird? What did I do wrong? It looks good in the beginning. What's the difference? Is it too far? I don't know what I did wrong. I thought I followed everything the same way I did the last time. Maybe it's because they're closer together. It's got to be because they're closer together. It has to be what it is. So I need to make this second half closer together. Yeah. It just changes right here. Yeah, see how far he goes forward? Why is he still moving? Maybe that's what the problem is. He's moving. I need to open these up. Why are these so different? I don't get it. Is it because they're too far? I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong here. I don't even know which one looks better. If the front half looks better or the second half looks better. Oh man, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's got to be the second half that's got to change. Yeah. The front part looks better, more believable, so I've got to change the second part. I have to change the second part. Why does it do that? I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? I just don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why it looks so smooth here, but then right when you get to here, it's like all glitchy. I don't get that. What am I doing wrong? I wonder if I could erase all the keyframes where it starts to get glitchy and replace them with the smooth keyframes with whatever I did here. I don't know what I did here that makes it so smooth, but then when you get to here, it's all blotchy. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I think what I'm gonna do is delete all the keyframes that are past this line right here. Everything that's after this line, I'm gonna delete all the keyframes and duplicate all the keyframes on this side. And maybe that'll smooth it out. Worst case scenario, I delete it and go back. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. I mean, if you look at the line, the keyframes on the left side of the line, they look identical to the right. I really don't understand what I did wrong here. Oh, there's two different positions. Alright, well, let's try this out. And nope, that didn't work at all. Screwed it up, whatever it was. Looks like he's going up to heaven. Alright. Put the keyframes back. Alright, well, I gotta figure out what I did to add these. You see how it's different? There's only one position here, there's two positions here. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. I just don't know how to fix it right now. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna have to take a break. I gotta figure this out, and I need to think about it because I don't know what I did wrong. So I gotta research it. All right. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully, yeah, I say this every time. Anyways, if you don't want to wait for this episode to come out, you can always buy your own version of Roscoe's World Volume 1 at roscoesworld.store. You can always buy your own copy at roscoesworld.store, or roscoeworld.com and read it to yourself tonight. Read it to your kids. Hey, you can even read it to the dog. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.